Hello friend, this is Rajesh.
This is Ankeswar. We are going to use machine learning for building movie recommendation system, which is used in many different places and platforms. Let's see what we are going to discuss in entire video. First, basic recommendation system, how it works, basic math behind the coding, build a movie recommendation system. First, we will explain the stages of machine learning. In the first stage, data extraction and cleaning. Extra, data for extraction and cleaning, the tools are available, which are Python, Ruby, and Shell script that that is used to extract and clean the data because the real world data is have many different missing values. So you need to extract and clean the data. Once you have data, then build the model. In the second stage, for building a model, we use Google API, TensorFlow, and Azure ML. Second, building the ML system. In this video, we are using Jupyter to build the system. What is the common? Let's see this picture. What is the common? I have a question for you. What do you see on the screen? These are the movie recommendation system as Amazon and Netflix.
So, both of these platform, Amazon and Netflix, both are trying to give their users a better experience and they are trying to point out to the users what most relevant to them. Now, this could be based on their past behaviors on that platform, or it could be based on users who have similar profiles to this user. And these platforms also recommend movies to his users as their friends like. So both of these images are very popular examples of recommendation system. Recommendation systems used everywhere in real life too. Even whenever you walk into a shop and the shopkeeper would ask you some of your preferences, and based on your type of item that you're pointing out, he will suggest similar item to you. Like when shopkeeper knows you don't like a pink color shirt, he is not gonna show you another pink color shirt anymore. So that's the basic idea behind the recommendation system. For any recommendation system, there are users and the items. In this case, let's say it's Netflix and the item here is movies. So they need to match. So what the recommendation system will do here, he will match the particular movies to particular users on their behaviors. See another example here. On Netflix, you might see the trending movies. So how are they getting these trending movies from? Based on what current users are watching, they find the trending movies on their platforms. Now, types of recommendation system. First one is collaborative filtering, which is made popular by Netflix. This is like where they determine similar users' interest. If two similar users like common item and if one of them like one more item on their platform, then the liked item will automatically go on the suggestion for the another users too. Let come, let's come to the more interesting part of this slide, which is content-based recommendation system. And in content-based recommendation system, what they do, they have these users who read this red paper that these users had already read. So they know that this users has like this book and they will find all similar item to this item, and how they gonna find the similar item based on the content of they might based on the content of that book, or they might dig into the words of the book, or find the author of the book, or find who is the publisher of this book. So based on these features they find other items which is similar to this item and then recommend them back to the users. So this is the content based recommendation system which we are gonna use to build our recommendation system today. We will taking one input movie from the users and we will find all movies which are similar to this movie and we recommend them back to our users. To better understand the content-based recommendation system, let's take this example here. Here we have two sentences. Text A, London, Paris, London, and text B, Paris, Paris, London. And our job to find the similarities between these two sentences. So how can we do that? So first we have to come up with a score. We have to come up with a score with these two sentences so that we can plot it to the graph. Here we have a graph where x-axis is London and y-axis is Paris. And now we have to plot these sentences on the graph. Here we noticed in the first line, London appeared 2 times and Paris appeared once. And in the second line, London appeared once and Paris appeared 2 times. Now we plot this on the graph, and now we have to find the distance between these two vectors. For that, these two vectors For that, we need to calculate the angular distance between these two vectors, which is theta here, and the Euclidean distance between these 2 points, which is calculated by the formula cos theta. And after applying this cos theta formula here, we will find the distance between these 2 points, which is root 2 here. So that's the basic idea behind the content-based recommendation system. So how content-based recommendation system find the similarity between these two lines. So friends, till now you guys know what is recommendation system and how it works and math behind the idea. So let's discuss our project here. This is Jupyter IDE which we used to develop our project. So come to the codes now. First, we imported pandas as PD, and then we load our data set, which is movie underscore dataset.csv by using read CSV function and load it into the data frame. And let's see what our data has inside. So our data set has these index, budget of the movie, genre of the movie, ID when the movie got released, keywords related to the movie, and the name, original title of the movie, and etc. So this is our data set which we're gonna use through this project to build our recommendation system. Let's see how many columns and rows our data set have. So our data set has 4,809 rows and 1,265 columns. We don't need this much of data to build our recommendation system. So first we have to clean our data set. Our data set has these number of columns, but we don't need that much of columns. So First, we build our new column in our data set, which has these column data, keyword, cast, genre, and director. So on the basis of these features of movie, our recommendation system will predict or suggest the movie to the user, which is keyword, the name of the movie, cast of the movie, genre of the movie, matlab crime, thriller, horror, etc., or name of the director. So we here see our data set has lots of nan value. So first we have to replace these all nan values here. For that we created a for loop here, and we replace all the nan value with space. And then we combine these features, which is keyword, cast, genre, and director of the movie, and combine them into a column called combine feature. Let's see what combine column feature matlab combine feature column has. So combine feature has this data set, this data, culture, class, combine. So these functions combine all these data, keyword, cast, genre, and director in a single column called combine feature here. And then after we have to import some of the packages of Python. For that, we use Scikit Learn, counter, count vectorizer, and cosine similarities of Scikit Learn. Then we create the count matrix for our combined column, and then we use this combined column feature to train our system. After that, we compute the cosine similarities based on the count matrix that we generated above here. And let's see what is the size of this cosine matrix, which is 4809 and 4809. Then we created these two helping functions, which helps us to find the title of the movie from the index and the index of the movie from the titles. Let's take an example. Here, here we have Avatar as an example to see how our recommendation system will work. For that, first we have to find the index of the movie Avatar. For that, we need to use the get index from title function here and pass the movie name here, Avatar here, and then print the movie index. So the movie Avatar has index 0 in our data set. Then we need to go inside the cosine matrix and enumerate it and find all similar movies to this movie Avatar here. So these are the movies that is similar to Avatar. and these are the similarity scores. Here we can see one at the index 0, we got 100% match, which is Avatar itself, and these are all other movies which is similar to the movie Avatar. We need to sort this list for the to find the perfect matches. For that, we use sorted function, and we pass reverse equal to true because we want this list in descending order. So by using sorted function, which is sorted function here, we get all the cosine matrix sorted, and this is the cosine matrix now. Here 4.4233 is the highest similarity score, which is on the top of the cosine matrix, and these are all other movies. Here you can see all the similar movies index which is available in our data set. So but we don't need that much of similar movies here, so we need to find only top 10 movies to suggest to the user. For that we need to use loop here, but before finding the movies, top 10 movies, we have to find the movie's name first from the index, and for that we use that function which we declare above, which is called find movie name from index. And so to find the top 10 movies only, we need to create a counter variable here, and we display a message here that the top 10 similar movies are, and then we have created a for loop on the sorted similar movies matrix, and we counted I till 10 so that we find top 10 movies, and after running this code we will get this result. So the top 10 similar movies to Avatar are Guardian of Galaxy, Alien, Star Wars, Star Trek Beyond, Alien. So these are the top 10 similar movies to Avatar. So our recommendation system worked properly here. And to better view of codes, we have to switch to another IDE called Spider, where we add a user interface to this code too. So, this is the Spider IDE, and you can see here the code better. This is the code of our project, and here you can see we use Thinker to create our graphical user interface for users so that our projects look friendly to user. And we added two labels. Here you can see we added two labels one text, two text boxes, and one button. And in our action attribute, we define a function show data, which is defined above here. And now let's see how our use GUI look like. So this is the graphical user interface for the user, which user will see when they run this project. So here we input the movie name of Tar, and let's see. So this is top 10 similar movie to the movie of Tar, which is inputted by the user here. And let's take another example. Inspector, and click on the search button. So these are the top 10 suggestions for the movie Inspector here. So that's all our project in here, and this is the final output for the user. So this is the recommendation system which we developed entire through this video. Thank you for watching this video.